This prehistoric alligator hide might be the most extraordinary natural material ever stretched across a handcrafted drum, and you've probably heard one beaten before, because the second the raw skin arrives at the workshop, every last remnant of life is scraped away with steady hands until nothing remains but a pristine white canvas, since the entire instrument depends on what happens to the hide in those first critical hours before a single tool ever touches the cedar log waiting beside it. Because the very first step is drawing out every trace of remaining moisture trapped deep inside the cells of the skin. Granulated salt is pressed across the entire surface and left to work its way through the hide, acting as a chemical bridge between the raw wild material and the finished craft, pulling the moisture outward slowly and completely until the skin is stable, preserved, and ready to be worked into something that will last for generations, rather than weeks. And while the hide cures, a heavy monolithic cedar log is stripped of its bark and stood upright as a chisel, and heavy steel mallet begin hollowing out the deep core of the timber, driving through the dense grain blow by blow in a slow and rhythmic process until a resonant void opens up at the very center of the log, a hollow so deep and so carefully shaped that every vibration traveling through the finished drum will be captured, held, and projected outward from within that same empty core with a depth and warmth that no factory-built instrument can ever replicate. As while the hollow body is smoothed with loofah across every inch of its curved exterior surface, a scribe maps out complex ancestral glyphs across the grain with a steady and knowing hand before every calculated chisel stroke cuts the ancient legends deep into the curved walls of the cedar body, one careful blow at a time, with dark pigment rubbed into every carved channel afterward to pull the hidden geometry of the design permanently out of the wood and reveal the full complexity of the pattern for the very first time. But after scraping, salting, hollowing, carving, and softening the alligator hide with tannins from the earth and beef tallow until it stretches with absolute and perfect tension across the open mouth of the drum, every leather lacing cord is pulled tight through holes punched through the thick armor, and a decorative metal rim is hammered home as a crown, turning the same wild prehistoric hide and ancient cedar timber into a single vessel built to carry the sound of the primal forest floor for centuries to come.